Hmm. Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? King Rex here, and today I've made something a little special. I've modded every character that's in Kingdom Rush Vengeance, so they are adjusted and they've been modified. You wanna know why? Well, because me and another YouTuber are working on a mod for Vengeance, and I had the task to mod all the characters accordingly. So every one of them it has some adjustments and buffs and nerfs all across the board. Now, there are some other things that have been modded, but I'm not gonna showcase them yet because we're still working on them and they're still in development, so they're not quite functional yet. But the heroes are, so we're gonna be testing them out. I'm gonna start off with Veruk, just because he is the first character in line, so yeah. Later on, you guys may pick which character you want to see first, or after Veruk, I suppose. So yeah, let me just check the towers. I don't really know which towers I'm using because I haven't played regular Vengeance in a while. Okay, I guess let's just go for something less broken, because, you know, this guy is here. I don't know. Let's just... meh. I don't know. Deep Devil's Reef. Okay, showcase Veruk, I guess we'll go into the mountains. The testing levels are going to be either into the mountains or Udo's farmlands, but for Veruk I think into the mountains will be a little bit better. What mod? Yeah. Ligma, bruh. What a comment, Ligma. XD. Ooga booga. Oh, hi there, Polex, welcome to the stream. Peasant Enjoyer, Trevorian. Alright, hello guys. Glad to see you here. Okay, let's get to the testing rounds. Okay, so, Veruk. First of all, take a look at the stats. As you can see, his health is significantly increased. He also has medium armor now. His damage is a little bit higher, but it's also consistent. Movement speed-wise, roughly the same. I think I adjusted just a smidget, but it's not gonna be that noticeable. So, let's build some stuff. Let's get this tower, I guess. And, I don't know. Let's just go for a casual Inferno Mage. Okay, so let's see what the changes are. So first of all, the little goblins. Now they are they are slightly changed. The thing is, now they have 10 seconds cooldown, so they basically last the same. They basically have the same duration and last time as the reinforcements. So every 10 seconds you're gonna be getting 2 of these guys, which is pretty good. His AoE stun has a little bit bigger AoE. It also stuns for an additional second, but the cooldown is increased, so he's not gonna use it as often. But as you can see, the stun lasts for quite a while. Now for his aimed slash attack, aka the double attack, this one. Apparently, I looked in the code, and it turns out this ability has armor penetration, but it's all the way down to 0 for some reason. So I buffed it up. I gave it 10% armor pen per each level. So now this ability has the ability to pierce through 30% armor when it's maxed out, which is pretty good because Veruk has a lot of issues when he has to deal with heavy armored enemies. So at least he'll have one skill that will kind of help him out against that. Now his duelist ability, it gives him it has an additional tick of damage, so his damage can ramp up to some pretty crazy numbers, which we're gonna see in a minute. Let's just wait for the frost giants to appear. Also, this guy's leaking. Let's just stop him. Okay, now for the ultimate. As you can see, these guys are pretty tough. They have 35 to 62 physical damage on their ranged attack. Okay, before we go into any further, let's check out the damage. As you can see, it's starting to ramp up. It takes a while, but as you can see, the damage is ramping up. It should ramp up one more time, I believe. And yes, as you can see, 69 to 120. That's the maximum amount of damage that he can go up to. Now, if you've noticed, the regeneration is much better. That's because I made the cooldown for the hero's regeneration down to 1 second instead of 2. Because I feel like this is really good. Now for the ultimate, these guys, they do more damage with their ranged attack, but their melee is pretty weak. And on top of that, they also don't have any armor. So yeah, as you can see, this guy got one tapped by the Frost Giant. So the moment they enter melee combat, they're just dead. So yeah, but if you've noticed, the cooldown is much shorter. It's only 20 seconds. I kind of took this idea from Revengeance because I felt like that's pretty good addition, because you can combo it with the reinforcements, kind of like this, and just have a nice little army to stall for you, which is pretty dope, I think. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all the changes. Oh yeah, I forgot, the passive. The passive on Veruk is relatively the same. I just gave him a couple extra points of regeneration, just to make it more noticeable. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much Veruk. I guess we can test him out against this thing, just to see how he will do. Okay, let's just do some micro up in here. Let's see how well he can take care of a snow golem. Take a look at the health. Come on, use your double slash. I want to see the damage. Yeah, look at that. Nice little chunk of health. Just like that. Now ignore the enemies, we're just testing it out. We're not gonna beat the entire level, obviously, because this will take forever. But yeah, as you can see... Well, now he's gonna die, so let's move him out. As you can see, he dealt a pretty good amount of damage before we have to retreat him. He nearly deleted half of his health, which is a lot, in my opinion. Okay, so that's pretty much Veruk. What about the armor? The armor is a medium. In this case, it's 40%. Okay, let's see. Like 10 ice coat. 10 ice coats, bro. Oh yeah, that would be hella busted. What did you fix soul impact? No, I haven't worked on the soul impact yet. We're still yet to change it. It's pretty much the same as it is. When the mod will be finished? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. It will take us a while. We're about halfway done with the mod. We just have to work on the level design in terms of like wave composition and the enemies in general. I wonder if anyone will ever mod in a completely new hero instead of changing the originals. Well, that takes a lot of knowledge to do, and unfortunately, I lack this knowledge, so unfortunately, I cannot do it. But anyway, let's change up to Ezra. Let's show you how she works now. So as you can see, her damage is much higher, 46 to 69 giggity. But she does have a much lower HP, and her armor is only 10%. So she is really squishy. But the trade-off is she also has slightly longer base attack range, which you know is gonna help her out by a little bit, I suppose. Okay, let's do a similar defense. There we go. And let's see how well she can do. So the first thing you're gonna notice is the arrow storm. Look at that. As you can see, she shoots a lot of arrows. I believe the number is 10 arrows. The thing is, each arrow deals less damage. Basically, the number used to be much higher, but now each arrow deals between 20 to 30 physical damage. So yeah, that's pretty much about the arrow storm. The ultimate, I kinda used it already, but it's pretty much the same. I just increased the AoE size of the ultimate, so it's gonna hit a couple extra enemies if you pile them up correctly. Now, as for her melee skills, we're gonna showcase them in a minute once the Frost Giant shows up. For now, let's just watch her and the reinforcements demolish these guys. She's gonna maul through them. Oh, no. Don't go into melee, Ezra. Not quite yet. I wanna showcase it when you fight a strong enemy, because these guys are pathetic. 202 HP with 6 to 9 damage. Sure, they have high magic resistance, but we do not care. Now, as far as her armor shredding ability, it's the same on her basic attacks. However, on her arrow storm, she reduces way more armor, like way more armor. I think it's nearly doubled. She shreds 6 points of armor instead of 3, which is pretty significant if you ask me. Okay, now let's test her out right up in here. Okay, take a look at the shield first. Notice how much slower it decays. Look at that shield. It decays much slower. So yeah, I made the shield cooldown much higher, but also I made it so that it decays on a much slower pace, so if she has to go in melee, she'll be able to tank quite a few attacks. Now let's take a look at the armor shredding. Come on, use your... There it is. Look at that armor. Delete it. Just like that. This guy has no armor now, so we can just melt through him. You see, this ability is gonna be really good against high tier enemies like this, who have very high armor. As far as her insta-kill goes, or the spider bite, it is on a higher cooldown. It is on a much higher cooldown. I think it's now 1 minute or so. But the tick damage is way higher, so she'll be able to melt through enemies faster with the spider bite than usual. Okay, let's see if we have the ability back. I just wanna test it out. Come on, use it. Come on, spider bite, anytime, any minute now. There it is. Okay, now just take a look at this guy's health. Look at that tick damage. It's pretty good, right? It's I believe I increased the damage by 1.5 or so. So yeah, this guy melted pretty quickly. And yeah, I think Ezra will be much more usable. She was already a good character in my opinion, but for the mod, she definitely needed some buffs across the board. And yeah, Ezra overall I think will be pretty decent. Yep, yo. Hey, hello there, Zunzang Du Trin. Sorry if I butchered your name, hi there. Oh, the real Morgan is here as well, nice. Hello there, Morgan. Or Trevor, whoever is watching. 46 to 69. That's my Ezra, yay. XD. Okay. Let's see who is next on the list. Olok. Alright. For him, I guess we'll test him out in the Udo's farmlands. Okay, let me see anything new. So Veruk is the tank and Ezra is the assassin, nice. Yep, pretty much. So yeah, Olok. As you can see, slight health buff. He also got a little bit of magic resistance. I believe it's 22% magic resistance. His damage also got increased, and his attack speed is slightly higher. Movement speed wise, roughly the same. I didn't really play with it because I felt like it's already good. Now let's build some towers. Let's build, I don't know, let's say this amount of towers. Okay, first of all, let's showcase his boosting ability. He's gonna use it in a little bit, don't worry. It has 15 seconds cooldown, so he should use it any minute now. Come on. Come on, Olok. Boost the towers. There you go. As you can see, his range for this ability is increased by quite a bit. The buff lasts 7 seconds and the cooldown is 15, so half the time your towers are gonna be much stronger. Because the damage buff is also increased from 30% to 40%. Look at that melting furnace damage. 63 to 77. And before it was 45 to 55. So there is a pretty significant difference. Now for the clones scale, I believe the clones scale with his base stats, so the clones are also stronger. They last 6 seconds and the cooldown for them is 16, so about half the time, or not half the time, 1/3 of the time they're gonna be up. Which is pretty nice because, you know, that's a lot of additional damage. Now the magic ball, the big ball that he shoots out every once in a while, the damage is now way more consistent. Now it is, I believe, from 400 to 625, which is, you know, still pretty high, but it's also much more consistent. It used to be 140 to 560 or something crazy like that, which is ridiculous. Also, the rifts that he summoned, wait, he's gonna summon them any minute now. Come on, Olok, summon them. Come on. There they are. As you can see, they are pretty strong, but they also have higher cooldown. And I also added an additional geyser to the mix, just to make this ability a little bit better. Okay, now for the ultimate ability. We're gonna showcase it in a second. Let me just defend this real quick. Okay, so the only problem that I had with Olok's ultimate is the fact that you can pretty much permanently stall enemies. Like, if the enemies are slow, or they move slower than most enemies, which, you know, in Vengeance most enemies are slow anyway, you can just keep on teleporting them back and forth, and they'll never make progress, especially if you combine some barracks with that. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, the max amount of towers that he can buff with his ability is now increased from 3 all the way up to 6, so Yeah, you can buff a lot of towers with this guy. That's a really good supportive ability. I mean, look at that juicy damage. 50 to 154 at tier 3. Yeah, that's very strong. Okay, now for the ultimate. Let's, you know what, let's move him out. Let's let some enemies pass. Okay, don't buff the tower, Solok. We want enemies to leak. We want them to get close to the exit. Retreat. Oh my god, they're just melting, man. Okay, I guess we're not gonna get it quite yet, but still, let's showcase the teleport. There it is. As you can see, the teleporting distance is pretty darn high. The thing is, the cooldown is now much higher. Instead of it being 20 seconds, I believe was the original number, now it's 45. So you're not gonna be able to use it as often. I mean, sure, if you insta-call the wave, you can definitely use it again, but you definitely can no longer kite or teleport enemies back and forth all the time. So that's the way I balance this ability. Also, if we give the abrasive heat to this tower, let's see how much damage it deals. From now it deals, okay, 70 to 208, and now it goes to 98 to 292. Bruh, this is really busted. But keep in mind, all the enemies are gonna be buffed a lot. So even though the numbers are pretty high, when the mod is completed, this is not gonna be as high as you think. So yeah, that's pretty much Olok. As for his melee attack, I kept it relatively the same, because, you know, he's a mage. He's not meant to be attacking at like 0.5 seconds like in Revengeance. I don't know if that's still the case, but when I played Revengeance in the older days, I remember that he used to attack very fast when he was in melee for some reason, which I don't really know why. Like, why did they do that? That's kinda sus. But yeah, that's pretty much Olok. For the first time in my life, I love this hero. Oh, nice. Have you fixed Olok's AI? For the AI? I'm not sure what you're referring to, though. I'm not sure what the problem with his AI is. Okay. Now, let's try to kill him. Let's get him in melee range of the troop captain, I guess. Wait, he has to be kind of out of range. Let's get him on this guy. No, Olok. Olok, attack! Oh my god. Yeah, the AI, I don't think I really fixed it. I'm not sure what the main issue with his AI is, but I haven't really fixed it. I don't know how to, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the disappointment. Sell the melting furnace low. Too strong, a big number. How long is the buffing tower range? I'm not sure what the correct number was originally, but it's increased by like 125, so he can buff towers from pretty far away now. Okay, come on, Olok. Let's make you die, because I want to showcase the death explosion. It's pretty funny. Okay, come on, Olok. Come on, die already. Jesus, he's tanky. Okay, now look at the explosion. There we go. It was kind of hard to notice, but it has much higher range. I think I made the range something crazy, like, I think it has like 1000 range. And it deals around 80 to 100 true damage. Which is pretty funny. I'm not gonna keep it in the official mod, I just wanted to do it for the memes, because, let's be honest, this passive normally doesn't do anything significant, so I wanted to make it like this. But anyway, that's pretty much Olok in a nutshell. Bowling. That's the prob. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I see. I'm gonna try to fix it though. I just have to look around the code and try to find what's causing it. Probably it has something to do with the targeting. Yeah, Suprexy. Oh, the blade. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Explosion needs more damage too. Oh yeah. We can make it something crazy. We can make it like 1000 true damage and nuke everything. That will be kind of funny, but again, it will be hella busted and unbalanced, so probably not. Moving on to Margosa, Giggity. Okay, going back into the mountains to test her out. So, first things first, movement speed. When she's in her bat form, she moves a little bit faster. I'm not sure how well you can notice this, but she moves slightly faster in her bat form. Also, the Bat Familiar, now, instead of it dealing true damage, it deals physical damage, because honestly, I don't really think that there's much of a point. Like, how can a bat's bite do true damage? It doesn't make sense. So I made it physical damage, however, the damage is higher, so that kind of makes up for for that. Also her stats. She lost a decent amount of health. Her damage is I would say a little higher, and I also gave her low magic resistance. I basically traded her armor for magic resistance because, you know, I think vampires should have magic resistance instead of armor. It's just a little bit more you know, logical. I could have made it like something like high magic resistance, but I didn't want to over buff her too much because you're gonna see how well she can do in 1v1s. Let's just put her up against this guy. Here's also the mist. Now, the mist no longer deals damage. That's the key thing. The mist doesn't do any damage around her. However, it makes the enemies miss about 95% of their attacks. They have 95% chance to miss their attacks, so they're rarely ever going to hit her. They only have 5% chance to hit her, which is ridiculous. And yeah, that's pretty good. But as you can see, she's really not losing any health. But that's not because of her high damage only. I also made her healing and on her basic attack true. So, however, no matter, like, let's say she deals 60 damage, she's gonna heal by 60 health. And that's pretty good. Now, the idea behind it is to make her really good at 1v1. Like, you can 1v1 almost any enemy as long as they don't have, like, super high basic attack. But, against hordes of enemies, she may be struggling. Now, even though she's taking these guys with ease, in the modded versions they're gonna be much stronger, so she's not gonna be able to quite deal with them. But right now she's doing pretty fine. Now the Dark Hole, I'm not sure if we're gonna be showcasing it, maybe we can try, but it's pretty much the same. I just reduced the cooldown by a couple of seconds because I felt like it just needed it. I don't know why, I just decided to do it. Okay, let's clear these guys up and truly showcase her 1v1 potential. Let's take a look at this. Okay, there's the Dark Hole. As you can see, pretty much the same. Nothing has changed about it. Okay, let's get a Gobbler rank to defend. And yeah, look at her health. Look at how much regen she's getting. But this guy's still cutting through her regen. So, what are we supposed to do in this situation? Well, it's pretty simple. We're gonna use her ultimate if she decides to get very low on health. Okay, she's pretty low. Now we do this. And as you can see, her damage gets pretty high buff. However, her attack speed is significantly reduced in the ultimate. Now, instead of it being 0.8 seconds, it's now 1.5, so it's nearly doubled. So yeah, that's a pretty big nerf. But again, you're getting much higher damage as a trade-off. But even then, she is still taking a while. Now, I'm not sure if I really was able to fix the ultimate though. As you know, Margosa's ultimate is kind of broken. Like, even though it says the duration is 20 seconds, she can still be in the beast form as long as she keeps on attacking. Now, I'm not sure if I really fixed it, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what I really changed in the code to make it happen, but hopefully I can make it a permanent thing and make it last only 20 seconds instead of eternity initially. So yeah, that's mostly what Margosa is. Again, really good in 1v1s, but sucks against hordes of enemies. So yeah, that's pretty much all she is. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? It's hard to believe Margosa is already 18. Bruh. Bruh. I would still buff the bat's movement speed when microing. Oh yeah, this thing can... I could definitely increase the movement speed. It can get some buffs as well. Just, you know, so it can follow Margosa a little bit faster as well. Okay, let's stop this guy. Stop him! Stop him! There you go. Now he's not getting anywhere. Okay. Okay. Where does the dark hole lead? Jail. Bruh. XD. Jail or okay. I think you need to so impact this. It's alright. Again, I already showcased Margosa, so we don't really need to beat this level. Again, does this look like a winnable strategy? I don't think so. Okay. POV, you accidentally so impact your ground units. Bruh. XD. Okay, now let's move on to Mortimus. And to be honest, I really like how I made Mortimus. He is pretty good. You know what, actually, I'm not gonna test him out here. Let's test him on a level that has both enemies with armor and magic resistance. Let's go back here. Okay, so first things first. As you're gonna notice, his health is much lower. He lost like 120 health. But his damage is more consistent, which is a good thing. He also has a pretty fast attack rate. And now, I'm not sure how I did it. It was unintentional, but I also really like it. Now he cannot enter melee combat, which you may say that this is bad, but he's not really gonna need to enter melee combat. And you're gonna see why in a minute. Let me just set up a random defense. Something completely random. And let's wait out for the enemies. So, if you haven't noticed, he also has medium magic resistance. I think I made it 50%, so he's gonna resist magic damage by a decent amount, but physical damage can definitely kill him from afar. As you can see, he attacks a little bit faster than normal. Now let's take a look at the AoE. The AoE attack deals a little bit more damage now. And now for the zombies. Now, he can have more total zombies. Instead of 6 zombies in total, he can have all the way up to 8. And 8 zombies is quite a decent amount. I also buffed their health by a little bit. And as you may or may not notice, their decaying health is no longer there. It's kind of hard to notice because the zombies are now in combat, but the health decay that they have is gone. As you can see, the zombie is out of combat and is not losing any HP. So they can stay for quite a while. You can fully utilize their stalling power, which is pretty good. Now the Grim Presence also has much longer range. As you can see, let's take a look at this guy. Look at that, look at how much magic resistance he lost. So yeah, I toyed around with his Grim Presence. Now it still reduces 30% armor, but now it reduces 60% magic resistance. So he's a really big counter to high magic resistant enemies, which is pretty nice. And yeah, as you can see, the zombies are doing fine, but the problem is, now that they don't have the decaying health, you pretty much have to kill them, because if he moves around and he has to support another choke point, if he's reached the maximum amount of zombies, he's not going to be able to spawn anymore, which could be a problem, but that also encourages you to be careful where you position him. Now let's take a look at the possession. As you can see, enemies now have to get pretty close to him in order for the possession to work. And the duration is increased by 2 seconds, and the cooldown is increased by, I believe, 3 seconds. So yeah, now the possession is a little bit better, but not by all that much. Okay, zombies, they're doing fine. As you can see, this guy's pretty much soloing him. But yeah, he can't pretty much enter melee combat ever, which is, again, kind of a good and a bad thing. Okay, now, let's see. Yeah, the tick damage is pretty decent. As you can see, okay, now he enters melee combat, my bad. Okay, I guess he still can enter melee combat, but the range is very, very tiny. So, you gotta really put him in front of the enemies in order for him to block. Like, look at that. Okay, he possessed him, let's ignore that. As you can see, yep, he literally walked past Mortimus. He didn't stall him. Let's try this again. Nope. Yep, now he did. Okay, so he can stall enemies, but it does take a while to do. Now let's summon the bodyguard. Look at that beefy boy now. Now notice the stun. Before, there was like 0.1 seconds of time where enemies can move. Now, this 0.1 second is gone. And look at that. These guys are perma-stunned. It's pretty funny. Now, I nerfed the cooldown for the ultimate, so it's gonna take a little longer to recharge. But I also buffed the duration for the undead bodyguard. So now it lasts 20 seconds and it has about 50 to 55 seconds cooldown, which is pretty decent, I guess. It still can help you out a lot. As you can see, Mortimus is stalling these guys out pretty well. I mean, sure, they have magic resistance, but because of the Grim Presence, it also applies the significant nerf to their magic resistance. So as you can see, now they have low magic resistance instead of high, which is very nice. Now, another thing that I want to say is the range for the Grim Presence is increased, because before I noticed a problem with Mortimus. Zombies will just kinda stall out the enemies outside of his Grim Presence range, so I buffed it by a decent amount. So that way, even if the zombies are stalling out enemies from further away, he's still gonna be able to affect them with Grim Presence, which is pretty nice. And yeah, I think Mortimus is pretty good. Also, his respawn time is much shorter, only 9 seconds. He still spawns the same amount of zombies when he dies, so that's not different. But hey, just so you know. Okay, that's pretty much all about Mortimus. Okay, let me just see the tick damage again. Oh yeah, it's much better. Look at that tick damage going to town. It's melting through him, slowly but surely. Okay, now let's exit out and prepare for the next hero. Let me just see what we have here. I have Nighters from Magical Shores, so don't you ever dare, I will find you. What? What? What's going on? Oh, he's talking about the boss fight. Alright, I see how it is. Use anti-bloom ability on Pollux. Went from making heroes to modding heroes. Awesome. Yeah, what a transition, right? I mean, they have around 80 or so hero designs in total for across the Kingdom Rush games, so I know my way around making a decent hero. Okay, now let's move on to Tremend. The bomb has been planted. Ooh, the bomb has been planted. Okay, so Tremend. As you can see, he does have a pretty good amount of health. Still has low armor. His damage is much higher though, 50 to a 71. But his attack speed is a bit slow. Slow. So he's not gonna be able to shoot as often. His AoE on his basic attacks is larger. And as you can see, the missile barrage thing shoots out more missiles. Unfortunately, they still can miss, aka when they can still overkill enemies, which is a little unfortunate, but I couldn't really fix that. I think it has something to do with the targeting. I may try to fix it later on, but for now, they still will do this, which is, you know, kind of depressing in a way. Now, let's check out his boom bots. As you can see, they do appear more often, and they last for much longer. I think now, at maximum, he can have all the way up to 10 boom bots set up and ready, which is a lot. It's like he can basically create a minefield as long as you keep him at the back, which is very nice. Also, their aggro range is larger, so as you can see, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, they're much stronger than what they used to be. They have higher AoE. They also have bigger aggro range, so they're gonna go after enemies when they are a little bit further away than usual. But their damage is significantly increased, as you saw right there. So yeah, if enemies try to get out, you can just send out the boom bots. Now for his Nitro Rush, it has the same duration, and the cooldown is... wait, let me think. It has 22 seconds duration. Oh yeah, I changed it a little bit. Now it has 15 seconds duration, but it has 30 seconds cooldown, so half the time he's gonna be able to use the Nitro Rush and attack much faster. His melee attacks are the same. I haven't really changed them at all, because, you know, he's meant to be a mobile artillery. You just move him around the map, and if you have a big horde of enemies, he can help out by a lot. He's not really meant to enter melee. The flashbang is pretty much the same, it just has bigger AoE. Nothing really has changed about it. And last but not the least, the ultimate. The ultimate is pretty juicy now. Okay, let's stall out these guys, I don't want them to come near. And let's summon them. Look at the bombs. Now they move much faster, and the damage is pretty high, as you can see. He can summon 7 bombs right now, and they have much bigger AoE, and they do around 300 artillery damage. Now, you may think that this is busted, but the idea behind this ability is to just help him out against high tier enemies, because his basic attacks are not gonna be that strong against high tier enemies, nor any of his other skills. So the ultimate is like the only thing you have against high tier enemies if you need it. Or you can also use it to clear a gigantic horde of enemies if it's coming your way. Let's say you have like 100 enemies coming up, you can use the ultimate, which was gigantic bomb. I don't know. I thought it was called Bombageddon, but I don't know. I don't know what's up with the description, but yeah, you can use this ability to thin out or completely delete a horde of low tier enemies. But again, enemies who have high armor or medium armor are gonna be pretty hard to kill with Tremend. But again, against low to no armored enemies, he can just delete them. And he's doing pretty well. I think I'm just gonna nerf his health and armor though, because I think that they are a little too high. I just haven't gotten to this yet. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much how Tremend is. And he's pretty good, I would say. Okay, let's just create a little bit better choke point. And there we go. Now let me see what's going on in the chat. 40 bombs, oh yeah. I actually, when I firstly modded Tremend, I made his ultimate spawn 40 bombs. That was hilarious. It was like an endless stream of bombs. It was hilarious, but again, I nerfed it because obviously that was insanely busted. But it was still funny while it lasted. Fire the missiles, yeah. Can't wait for you to review my wife. Oh, why did you have to phrase it like that? You turn Tremend into a battle mecha. Essentially, yeah, he is kind of like a battle mecha. Tremend mecha online, yeah. Can you make the boombots smarter? I don't think that I can though. Their targeting is set in stone. I tried it, but the game just doesn't know how to really process it. It just crashes. So unfortunately, their targeting cannot be changed. But you can make their aggro range smaller or bigger. So I guess you can do that. Well, time to buff bosses by 10 to 25 times HP. Bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh no. I'm kinda scared. I'm kinda scared to see what he's gonna do. But anyway, that's Tremend. Now let's move on to the raid boss. Jugglo. Okay, let's put him into the mountains, because you know, it's pretty fitting. Now, one thing you're gonna notice is the movement speed. It is slightly faster, but not by all that much. I increased it from 42 to 50. So he moves a little bit faster than normal. But still, he is really slow. Okay, now for the stats. Look at those stats. Oh, he's basically a raid boss. 1272 HP with 172 to 316 physical damage. Now, you may think that this is hella busted, but allow me to explain my reasoning. The problem with Jugglo that I have is when he gets tasked to deal with low tier enemies, he usually takes forever to kill them. So I just made his attack super high, so that way he can one tap low tier enemies and focus on the high tier enemies. Now for his regeneration, it's a little bit higher, just a smidget. But as you can see, the damage, juicy. He can potentially one-shot or two-shot these guys. Smash! There you go. He's like an actual Yeti now. Okay, now for the AoE stun. As you can see, it is a little different. It has a shorter cooldown. Instead of 30 seconds, it has 20 seconds. The stun is much shorter, however, it deals between 2 to 300 physical damage in this AoE. So you can use it to clear up low tier enemies and also briefly stun high tier enemies. The snowball, or the ice ball, whatever it's called, it has a bigger AoE now, so it's gonna hit a lot more enemies, which is pretty nice. The frozen bread thing, I kept it the same because I feel like it's decent as it is. 20 seconds cooldown, it has a pretty decent reach and it can freeze enemies for like 3 or 4 seconds, which is decent. Now for the ultimate is the same, I just buffed the cooldown by a little bit because honestly, I feel like the cooldown is a little bit too high for what this ability does. Okay, now let's test him out against this guy. Let's see if he's gonna scratch Jugglo. Bruh. Yeah, Jugglo is not gonna die anytime soon. He's just regenning and regenning. Okay, let's see. Can he actually kill him, is the question. If he, or at least get him low on HP, because I want to showcase the igloo form. Okay, Jugglo, come on. Come on, stop being so tanky. I know I made you to be nearly unkillable, but come on. Come on now. Okay. Any minute now. Oh, never mind, he missed. Okay. Come on, oh no, I don't think he's gonna kill him. Bruh. He literally soloed that frost giant. On impossible mode, by the way. Well, that's not complete and utterly busted. Not at all. But then again, remember, this is the vanilla version, so when the enemies get a buff, he's not gonna be able to solo these guys anymore. Not like this. Okay, Yeah, I'm not sure if this first gen is gonna get him low enough on HP either. I think we need to go to another level for this, but I'm gonna try to showcase it later, because as it is right now, I kinda wanna get through the other heroes. Okay, are you serious? This guy didn't die? Okay, there we go. Now you die. Okay, Jugglo is getting low on health. Let's see. Come on. Let's see it. Oh no. I think he's gonna kill this first gen again. Oh yeah, he definitely is. Bruh. Okay. Yeah, that's juicy. Very juicy. Okay. But yeah, for the igloo form, or the glacial form, I just made it so that he heals less in the form, and it also has a 6 seconds duration instead of 9. And also the cooldown is nerfed all the way to 1 minute, so you're not gonna be able to use this ability very often. That's pretty much Jugglo, a literal raid boss. Fine then, make Super Merglin then. Oh, you're gonna see Merglin, she is pretty strong. Merglin ultimate targets every unit on the map. Oh nah. Oh no, that'll be way too good. Way too good. Guess I might buy some Kingdom Rush Steam on one day. Alright. Those are vanilla stats though, yeah, I know. New record, yeah. Jugglo just breached the new record for the highest HP out of any hero in Kingdom Rush. At least modded, that is. Again, you can make the number much higher if you want. Now I really want to see Grosh. Grosh. We'll get to him, man, don't worry, we'll get to him. First of all, let's check out Beresad. Beresad is pretty cool now. So, first things first, let's get a little bit of defense going. There we go. Let's get this. Drown and suffer. Okay. So, stat-wise, he lost some health. His damage is a little bit more consistent now. The attack speed is the same and the damage type is the same. His attack range is slightly buffed. As you can see, the Fear the Dragon ability now fears enemies for a lot more. I basically made the speed modifier bigger, so the enemies are gonna be running all the way back. The thing is, it only can hit up to 6 enemies, and in the mod, there's gonna be... the wave compositions are gonna be way different, so you're gonna see a crap ton of enemies coming up. So, yeah. Now it may look OP, but in the mod it's gonna be pretty balanced. Now, let's take a look at the golems that he summons. If we can summon one of them, he'll summon one of them. Okay, come on. Summon the golem. There he is. Also the insta-kill. So look at the golems though. 450 health, 50 to 90 damage, and they also have, I think, 60% armor. So yeah, they are very, very beefy. And, would you look at that? Now you can have 2 of them at a time. They last for 20 seconds and the cooldown is 10, so you can have 2 of them at all times. Well, granted, if one of them doesn't die, that is. But yeah, that's pretty good. Now he can provide some consistent stalling power with the golems, and if the choke points gets too crowded, he can always fear some of the enemies away with Fear the Dragon. The Conflagrate, it's pretty much the same, I just made the AoE a little bit bigger and also increased the tick damage, so it should be a little bit stronger now. But yeah, that's pretty much him. Oh yeah, the ultimate, we can't forget about the almighty ultimate. The Obliterate, I kept the cooldown the same, but I made the AoE damage much bigger and also very, very high. It's like 300 to 400 true damage or so. It is kinda busted, I'm not gonna lie. At least in vanilla. Okay, now let's take a look at the ultimate, but honestly, actually before I do, let me check the chat real quick. Let's see what's going on here. Is Ice Cold OP in this mod? No, actually he is kinda balanced. We're gonna get to him in a minute. Kingdom Rush Revengeance was rushed? I don't know. Maybe it was. you the Dark Light Depths Legends. What? Okay. Anyway, you're showing Beresad when I'm playing the original level where he was his nest. Oh, are you referring to that one level in Origins when he is younger? I think that's what you're trying to say. All right, that's cool. Ooh, bulky. Hello. Hello there, Peter. Welcome to the stream. Okay, now let's test out the ultimate. Let's wait for some enemies to gather up. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. There we go, here's the ultimate. As you can see, the damage is pretty high, 360 true damage. But the cooldown is significantly higher, so you're not gonna be able to use it as often. And again, I had to buff the number because the enemies are gonna be way stronger. So yeah, that's why the number is that high. Now for the gold generation thing, I couldn't really fix it because I'm not really sure how the coding works. Also, that was satisfying. He just deleted like 6 enemies with the obliterate. That was satisfying. So yeah, as I was saying, I couldn't really fix out the passive on Beresad. I'm not sure how to really do it though. I'll try to figure it out, but for now, the passive is still the same crappy one, unfortunately. But other than that, that's pretty much Beresad, and I think he'll be pretty good. Just melting everything. Okay, now let's move on to Doom Tank. Good old Doom Tank. Let's see how he's gonna work. Wait, let me see something real quick. The dogs go speed. Yeah, the doggos are zooming. They're zooming through the map. Still lagged on my phone. Oh. Yeah, sorry for that, man. Doggo go brr. Oh. I wonder if Ashbite, Beresad, and Faustus, or Boneheart, are brothers. That's a good question, actually. I don't remember from the lore. I know that Ashbite and Beresad are related, but I'm not sure about Faustus. I think Faustus was created by... I know he's created by Alini for a reason, but... I don't know. I haven't read the lore in a while, so... I can't confirm this or nor deny it. Now for the Doom Tank. As you can see, now instead of 3 expendables, he has 4 of them. Which is, you know, a little bit better. They also have a little bit better stats. They have slightly higher health, more consistent damage, and a little bit of armor. Now for his base stats, as you can see, he is very bulky. 384 HP, great armor, in this case 90%, and 112 to 134 physical damage, which is pretty darn good. Now let's see how he demolishes these guys. First of all, Ground Slam. Pretty much the same, I just nerfed the cooldown, so it's gonna appear less frequently. The Missile Barrage now shoots out additional missiles. I don't know why he wasted his Flamethrower ability, but oh well. Anyway, his basic attacks, as you can see, he shoots a little bit faster. Instead of 3 seconds attack speed, now he has 2 seconds attack speed. So he's gonna be pumping out a little bit more DPS than before, and it's gonna be more consistent. The AoE on his basic attacks is slightly bigger, but not by all that much. So if you have it now, you don't need to stack enemies like literally on top of each other in order to get any results. They can be close to each other, and you're still gonna damage both of them. Okay, now let's create this choke point, and let's see, here's the Missile Barrage again. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get the Flamethrower ability in action. Come on, Flamethrower. Bruh, he wasted it again. Okay, yeah, I need to work around the AI for this ability because he just uses it at the most random times. Okay. Take 3, let's see. Come on, Doom Tank, use your Flamethrower. Come on, Flamethrower, any second now. Unless he kills these enemies, so no. I think he's gonna kill them too fast. Bro, look at that. Okay. Okay, Doom Tank, I buffed you so much and you're still not functioning as expected. Bro moment. But yeah, to put it in a few words, his tick damage on the Flamethrower ability is increased, and I also made the AoE a little bit bigger. The cooldown, I believe, is still the same. Now for his ultimate though, his ultimate is pretty darn strong. The question is, can it hit? Ah, it whiffed. God damn it. Yeah, I need to also fix this. For some reason, the ultimate doesn't work sometimes. Like, it should be melting this guy, but it barely did any damage, if at all. So I think it has something to do with the hitbox on this ability. It has a bit of a wonky hitbox. But it also has a lot of coding in it, so I'm not really sure which number I'm supposed to change. I'll play around with it later though. Okay, now, let's test this again. Drop the nukes! Oh, well, this guy already melted, never mind. So yeah, this ability has about twice as much damage as it used to. So, to say that it's gonna be melting enemies will be understandable. But it also has a little bit higher cooldown to compensate for its immense strength. But yeah, you can drop a nuke and just delete a lot of enemies with it. Or damage high tier enemies as well. Which is pretty good. And yeah, the Doom Tank is not gonna die anytime soon. Especially on this level because there's no ranged enemies. But even then, against like enemies who deal physical damage from afar, they're barely gonna touch him because of his great armor. But again, magic damage can definitely melt him, because now he has a little bit less health than what he used to. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Okay, drop the nuke again. Ah, the expendable is blocking him. Bruh. Oh well. It is what it is. I have to play around with his ultimate a little bit more, I guess. But yeah, the Doom Tank is pretty darn busted right now. He is like the new sexy, in my opinion. Pause this, yeah. BRB gotta get a sandwich. Alright, man. I'll be waiting for you. Alright, I gotta go grab lunch. Rip. See ya, Rexy. It's alright, Pollux. I'll see you later. Enjoy your lunch, man. Me and the Forge were linked for a moment. Lol. I can imagine Beresad being the big brother who gives Ashbite crap for how weak he is, but still cares for him a lot. Ah, I mean, who knows? Maybe that's how it is in the lore. I don't know. This could be a possibility. Beresad is that brother who don't give crap. XD. No money, no help. Yeah. If you don't pay him, he doesn't do anything. XD. Beresad, your bro is in danger, Beresad. Oh no. Anyway. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's test the nuke one more time. Please land, you stupid ability. Okay, it doesn't. Like, look at that. He's literally in range and it doesn't work. Okay, this needs some heavy rework indefinitely. But again, that's for later. Okay, moving on to Junpai. Junpai. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, we'll keep the same towers. I just want to make sure we have barracks, because obviously he synergizes very well with barracks. Okay, let's get orcs. Let's get this tower. Let's get two of them actually. There we go. There we. Let's position. Okay. So first of all, let's take a look at the stats. A little bit higher health, better armor, higher melee damage, but his ranged attack is weaker. However, to make up for it, I decided that it will do magic damage. Why? Because of that. That's how I decided to make it. So yeah, his ranged attack deals magic damage, but it's much lower. It's something like 20 to 35. So his ranged attack is much weaker than his melee attack. So the idea behind it is to make it so that Junpai is more melee-orientated champion than a ranged. So yeah, when the enemies start getting to the choke point, you're gonna see how good he can do. Okay, let's see if he uses any ability. Here's the tidal wave, as you can see. Juicy. Oh, look at that. Now it's kind of like a miniature ultimate. It still functions the same way, but I made it so that the tidal wave lasts much longer. As you saw, it lasted for quite a decent amount of time. However, the cooldown for this ability is all the way up to 40 seconds, which is the same as his ultimate. So you're not gonna be able to use it very often. But the idea behind it is that it's gonna be really helpful with the ultimate. You can have a really nice synergy. Okay, let's take a look. Come on. We're just gonna wait out for him to use the tidal wave, and then boom. There we go. Now the enemies are stunned, and they stay in the ultimate. So that way you can get the most damage out of it as possible. So yeah, that's kind of the idea behind this synergy. Tidal wave plus ultimate equals a lot of area damage. Now, if you haven't noticed, his AoE attack appears more often, Basically, every third basic attack, he's gonna use this ability, which is pretty good. It's pretty much the same as Grosh, which is, you know, cool. Now, I couldn't figure out how to make the silence non-permanent, because in the mod we're trying to make the silencing abilities not that effective, because they are kind of busted. So I couldn't really fix that, but what I did was I made the cooldown longer, and I also reduced the slow duration. So the ability is slightly weaker. It's still good, but it is a little bit weaker, just a bit. Okay, now let's test out the Banner of Courage. Okay, he's gonna use it. There it is. Now, it has 10 seconds cooldown and it lasts for 8 seconds. So he can use it very frequently. But by far, the biggest change is that he can also use the Banner of Courage on himself. If you're gonna notice this in a minute. Let's just wait. Okay. Take a look at his health. He's gonna use it. And look at that. He can also heal from his Banner of Courage. Which I think is a very big change, because to be honest, I really didn't understood why. In the coding it was made so that he can't heal from his own ability. It just doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, now he can heal himself on top of your allies, which is very nifty. His passive is rather the same. Again, he's gonna get more damage because it's percentage based, but it's pretty much the same as the old one. And the ultimate, I just made the tick damage a little bit higher. Now, let me see. Let's stall out this enemy, and let's see how much damage he's gonna take. I mean, he's not taking all that much damage at the moment, but again, he has armor, so that should be expected. I guess we can test it out on a non-armored unit. You know what? I have a better idea. How about Joe Jenkins? Let's do that for Jenkins. Okay. Wait, before we summon him, let's move Junpai into position. Okay, let's get some units to help him out stall. Okay, and now, let's see. Yeah, the damage is pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it is working as it did. I just want to make sure. So yeah, the tick damage is increased by a few points. It's like 2 or 3 points extra per tick. Which is not all that much, but hey, it's a little buff. Just a little bit. Okay, let's see. Is streaming lagging for anyone else? I don't know why. Not sure why it's lagging. Let me check something real quick. Let's see. No, the stream is set on ultra low latency, so the streaming should be fine. Okay, let me see something. Okay, it says that the state of the stream is good, so I don't know, maybe there was a lag spike. Probably that's what happened, if I have to guess. Also, it's getting a little darker, so allow me to turn on the lights. I'll be back in a second. Okay, there we go, I'm back. Let's see. Okay, what do we have here? YouTube moment, maybe. Yeah, probably that. YouTube does that sometimes. The fish guy's now Poseidon. Yeah. Lag spike, definitely. So where is Rexy streaming from? What do you mean where I'm streaming from? I'm streaming from my own home. Where else will I be streaming from? In the middle of Brazil. XD. No offense to any Brazilians who are potentially watching this, or are gonna watch it later when you know, the stream ends. Anyway, now we're moving on to the elephant in the room, Ice Coat. Let's test out Ice Coat and see how well he can do. I guess we'll test him out here, because why not? Alright, so the most busted dragon in the game. Is he still busted? Well, let's find out. As you can see, nerfed to his health I nerfed his health by a lot. His damage is a little bit more consistent, 66 to 79, but it also deals artillery damage instead of true damage. So against like low tier enemies he's still gonna be fine, but against like high tier enemies he's not gonna be able to do nearly as much damage as he used to be. his slow on the basic attacks is reduced. So instead of it lasting 3 seconds, it's gonna last only 2 seconds. So yeah, as you can see, if we move, 1, 2... Oh, okay, I guess let's try this again. Can you... Okay. Well, just to know, the slow is 2 seconds. Also, another thing that you may notice is the AoE. Before, his AoE was ridiculously large. It was incredibly large. But as you can see right now, it is much smaller. The AoE is much smaller on his basic attacks. He could also use the frozen breath ability a little bit more often. And I buffed the cooldown by a couple of seconds, so he'll be able to use it a little bit more frequently. As far as the ice ball goes, it's the same in terms of like damage, but the cooldown is nerfed by 8 seconds, so he's gonna be using this less frequently. The ice spikes, I made it so that they have a little bit larger AoE, so they have less chance of missing, because before Ice Cold could miss. Now unfortunately the AI is still a little stupid, so he may occasionally waste them or whiff them. So yeah, this can happen, but the idea is that his basic attacks are much weaker, which is you know, one of the biggest things about the Ice Cold in the vanilla version, his basic attacks. Now let's test out the ice spikes. Okay, come on, use them any minute now. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, a lot of them were able to hit him, but that's because they have bigger AoE. The percentage health is now decreased to 20, so it got nerfed by like 33% in total. However, the cooldown is a little bit higher, so he's not gonna be able to use it as often. And last but not least, I guess we can showcase his ultimate, but we need to gather up a little bit more enemies. But as you can see, even with the ice peaks, he still is taking quite a while to kill this frost giant. Even in the vanilla version, he's taking a while. But again, the ice peaks are still pretty darn strong. Okay, let's see. Can he even kill this guy? Can he do it with the help of the reinforcements and nothing else? Will he be able to? Come on, ice peak. Oh yeah, look at that. Juicy damage. Again, because they have bigger AoE, they can hit a lot more. But the AoE on his basic attacks is super small. Like, enemies have to be pretty close to each other. Like, look at that. This frost giant is not getting slowed at all. Well, now he is because of the, you know, the ice peak, the frozen bread thing, but still. Okay, last but not least, his ultimate. Let's show it right about now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, the global freeze lasts only 5 seconds, and the ability has about 70 seconds cooldown. So you're still gonna get this safety net, but you're not gonna be able to freeze the screen for a whopping 12 seconds, which is insane. I was thinking about making it a little bit shorter, maybe down to 4 or 3 seconds, but I figured that I'll leave it up to 5 seconds for now. Maybe I'll nerf it even further. I haven't really decided on it, because, you know, we haven't worked on the enemies yet, but as it is right now, this is how Ice Cold is going to be. Honestly, I feel like he is a little bit more balanced. Still, you can classify him as busted, but he's definitely not nearly as OP as he used to be. You're going to Brazil. Yeet. Yeet. Wait, is it with Brazil anyway? I don't know. I wish Permastun would completely freeze enemies and damage them like the dragon does, that Ingvar's cousin uses before a Jugglo fight. Oh, maybe, but the thing is that in the code there's no. Maybe I have to add it in the code. I don't know. I guess if I try to add it in the code, maybe this ability can do damage. Maybe. We'll see about that. More online of stalling that damage. Yeah. I feel you nerfed him pretty bad. I mean, it's Ice Cold, the most busted dragon in the entire game. He had to be nerfed, unfortunately. Ice Cold's got the nerf he deserved. Yep. Perma spike after 100th nerf. Yeah, who knows, maybe I'll need to nerf the ice peaks even more. We'll see about that. Now, I kinda wanna leave Merglin for last, because I wanna show you something funny with her ultimate, but for now, let's move on to Dianyun, whatever you pronounce, the Chinese dragon, okay? I never really learned how to pronounce his name properly, I always mess it up. So, the first thing you're gonna notice about him is the movement speed, look at that. He's just crossing across the sky. Look at that speed. Instead of the same movement speed as Jugglo, now he has whopping 100 movement speed. And you may think that this is kinda busted, but it also makes sense. I mean, he's literally in the clouds. He's meant to be zooming through the sky. He's meant to be cruising through. So, the movement speed is pretty juicy, as you can see. Now, his health is rather the same. It got slightly nerfed. But his damage, look at that, 10 to 19. So, his damage is pretty darn pathetic for a dragon, you may say. But there is a payoff, which we're gonna see in a minute. Let's get some defense beforehand, though. Okay, let's send in the enemies. And let's see how he does. So, first of all, his AoE attack, as you saw right there, it can hit up to 5 enemies. And it deals pretty much the same damage as the Tesla from the original Kingdom Rush. The only difference is that it also has longer cooldown than usual. Instead of 18 seconds, now it has 21 seconds cooldown. Also, if you haven't noticed already, his basic attacks, they apply, the stun duration is much longer than usual. Instead of stunning for like 0.6 seconds, it now stuns for a whopping 1.5. So he can keep 4 enemies occupied for nearly an eternity. As you can see, these guys are not moving, they're just staying here. But again, he's barely tickling them. 10 to 19 magic damage is not a lot. So yeah, in terms of damage, he's not doing a lot. But it's still pretty good. Now, there's also another really big thing which I'm gonna talk about in a minute. But first of all, the tidal wave. The tidal wave is, oh, not the tidal wave, what was it called? Supreme wave or something like that. As you can see, it is pretty good. Also the rain, the healing rain thing, it has the same cooldown, it just heals for a little bit more total HP. Oh, shut it. What the hell is calling me? And they're gonna wait. No one important, sorry for that, guys. Somebody was calling me. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. First of all, let me just delete these guys. Go burr. So in fact, go burr. Anyway, so the Supreme Wave, whatever it's called, now it has a longer cooldown, but it also stuns for an additional second. But the cooldown is like 30 seconds or so. It's pretty long, so you're not gonna be able to use it as often, but as you can see, the stunnage is real. It's pretty darn good. And now for his ultimate. The biggest problem with Dianyun's ultimate is that you can stack like 7 or 8 of them at the back of the map and delete anything that walks by. Now, it only has 5 shots, so it cannot. So you can only shoot 5 magic bolts. They do much. Their damage is significantly increased. However, the cooldown is 35 seconds and the duration is 10 seconds. So at most, if you insta-call a wave, you're gonna get 2 of them at a time. But you can't have more than 2 of them on the screen at the same time. So yeah, that's the way I decided to balance this ability out. Now let's see if we can see the damage on Jenkins. Let me just stall out these enemies, so that way we don't really... Okay, let me do this. Come on. Ah, I don't think we can get it. Okay. And let's see... Okay, I guess we'll wait for the enemies for the low tier enemies to clear up first. Okay, you know what, screw it, let's just use it. Look at that damage. Chunk. Chunk. Yep, it's doing quite a bit. So yeah, each shot now deals about 160 to 320 magic damage or so. It's still pretty good. Now, so I believe someone wanted to, when I was modding this, I believe someone asked me to try and make this the damage of the ultimate true damage instead of magic damage, but honestly, I don't think this guy needs true damage. He's not meant to be dealing a lot of damage, he's meant to be the support dragon. He supports you a lot. And if you haven't noticed our gold, it's much higher than usual. And that's because this guy gives a crap ton of gold with his passive. Now, instead of getting 1 gold per unit, now you get whopping 5. 5 gold per unit killed near Dianion. And I also buff the range by like 20 or 30 points. So yeah, you're not getting a lot of damage out of this guy, as you can see. Besides the ultimate, you don't really have high damage. However, you have the healing rain to support your choke point every 15 seconds. You have the Supreme Wave if you are getting overwhelmed. He can also stall a bunch of enemies on his own. And the ultimate is really good against high tier enemies. So yeah, that's kind of the idea behind the Dianion. I think he looks pretty juicy. Sun Wukong speed. Bruh. I don't like his ult. And yeah, his ultimate is a little meh, but you know, again, I think this ultimate is the way I made this ultimate. It's much better than what it used to be, in my opinion. At least I think so. The Dianion's hero spell does much more damage, but lasts for a very short time. Yeah, Dianion more like flying well of gold. Flying well of gold. I mean, that's one way to interpret him. Oh man, look at that gold. How much money do we have? We already have like 600 gold. Jeez. Dianion, you're gonna be really good. I can already tell that. Rubber to gold time. Yeah, nice BTT6 reference. Nice. Okay, so that's pretty much Dianion. Moving on to Jack-o'-lantern. I will bury them, indeed. Okay, so first things first. His health. Pretty high. He also still has his medium armor. His damage is a little bit lower, but it's also more consistent. He also has a buffed attack speed. Instead of every 2 seconds, he's gonna attack every 1 second. As you can see, 1, 1, 1. There we go. 1 second attack rate, so that's pretty good. The explosive head, it has a little bit longer cooldown, but it also has a bigger AoE and slight damage buff. So that will make up for the nerf to its cooldown. Also, the goose, whenever he decides to summon them, he's gonna summon them in a split second. Let me just move him out. There they are. Now he can summon 6 of them instead of 4. And they're relatively the same, I just gave them a little bit of extra health. Now they have 400 health instead of 325. So they are a little bit beefier. They last for 15 seconds and they have 30 seconds cooldown, so they're roughly the same. I think roughly the same. Again, not much has changed about them. Now, his Vengeful Spirit ability, I didn't really play with it at all. I kept it the same. I just buffed his health by a decent amount because, honestly, I didn't really find this ability to be really good on Jack because he kind of had very low health. So with a health buff, he's gonna have a little bit more usage out of this ability. I mean, look at that. He's nearly soloing Joe Jenkins. He nearly soloed him. I mean, he got some support, but still. He dealt most of the damage by himself. So yeah, that's roughly all of it. But the biggest change is his ultimate. His ultimate is way better now. I'm just gonna wait for a few more enemies to pile up. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how much more effective this ultimate is now. Enemies can no longer just run through the ultimate. Because I played with it a little bit more and I managed to make it work. It has the same cooldown as before and the damage is not really changed. I just made it so that the ultimate is more consistent. Because, you know, most of the time slow moving enemies are just gonna run through the ultimate. But now, this ain't the case. They're gonna stay in this ultimate for quite a decent amount of time. And you can also have much better synergy with the soul impact now. Granted, very slow moving enemies like Frost Giants are still gonna be able to run through the ultimate, but they're gonna stay in it for longer. So yeah, I mean I could make it a little bit better too, but I think if I make it too good, enemies are just gonna be staying at the edge of the ultimate and not taking any damage. So I don't want to really try this out yet. But still, look at that. It is pretty effective. They're just getting pushed back and then, you know. Nice little combo right there that you can use in the mod. So yeah, that's pretty much Jack-o'-lantern. I think he's really good. I think I made him a little bit, well, actually, a good amount better than what he used to be. Rubber to go time. Jack is fun hero to play with. Oh yeah, he is. One of my favorite heroes in the game. He's pretty unique. Oh yeah, I forgot about one thing. The Ghost Blade ability, the ability where he can remove magic resistance. Now the damage that it deals is physical, so yeah, that definitely made the ability way better. The Tainted Horseman, yeah. I might watch the stream later because this is so laggy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what's causing the lag though. I don't know. I guess I'll check out later. We'll see. Damn it! I meant to say Tainted Horseman to one-man army. Almost done with all heroes from. Yep, we're almost done. Okay, let me just see the ultimate again. Pile up, and die. Oh yeah. That's gonna be beautiful combo. Beautiful wombo combo. Okay, moving on to the second to last hero, Grosh.
Not extinction.
If I remain. I love this guy. Flippin' Grosh, man. So, first of all, as you're gonna notice, the range for his passive, it is nerfed by a little bit. As you can see, now he has to stay pretty far away from a choke point. Let's see how far exactly. Okay, so he has to be roughly around that distance in order for him to have his bonus from his passive. But, let's compare the stats. So, when he's at the choke point, he still has relatively good stats, right? His stats are pretty good. But when he's away from everybody, that's when things get very juicy. Look at those stats. 1080 health, 69 to 138 physical damage, and 30% armor. So he is very, very strong. But again, that's kind of the idea behind him. He is a one-man army. You don't want to keep him near choke points. You want to just leave him on one path and just let him do his thing. So, while he's just taking care of everything here, let's talk about what I've changed about him besides his stats. So, his AoE attack, it's pretty much the same. I just made the base damage of it a little bit higher. But still, it's gonna appear every third basic attack. After every third basic attack, he's gonna do the Whirlwind ability. Just like that. And as far as the AoE of the ability goes, I think I buffed it by a little bit. Something like 20 points or so. It's nothing significant, but you know, it's just a little thing. Now for his strong attack, where he stuns an enemy and fears everyone around him, I made the damage a little bit higher. The stun duration is increased by 0.5 seconds, and the fear range is increased by a decent amount. So that way you can fear a couple extra enemies, which is pretty nice. But the cooldown is higher to make up for it. Now, his, I think the ability was called Mammoth Legacy. You know when he dies how he leaves a trail of bones that slows down enemies and deals damage over time? Well, this thing is pretty good now. I made the tick damage a little bit better, and the slow amount is the same. But yeah, as you can see, he's just holding the line pretty well on his own. But now let's move him against the Frost Giant, because I want to showcase the Berserker state. Okay, so let's see if this guy's gonna be able to kill him. Probably yes, because as you can see, he is taking a good amount of damage. He has 30% armor, but the Frost Giants are no joke. They still do between 125 to 150 damage, which is a lot. Now take a look. There we go. Boom. 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 So yeah, the attack speed buff is pretty high now. I think I made it about double his attack speed or so. Either double or a little bit more than double. It's like double or a little bit more. I don't know. It's like I'm not sure if it's 200% extra attack speed or 220. It's something like that. However, the big thing is he also has this ability on a much longer cooldown. It's around 1 minute, so he's not gonna be able to enter Berserk state nearly as often. So yeah, I mean, if we put him against this guy, he's gonna die because he's not gonna have the ability up. So yeah, that's pretty much how he's gonna work. Now for the ultimate. The ultimate is... it has the same cooldown and stun duration, but it doesn't do any damage. It does like a third of what it used to be. So yeah. The reason why I did it like this is because this ability is meant for crowd control. It's not meant to do damage. So I just nerfed the shit out of it. Now, let's take a look at his death passive. Oh, okay. Never mind. He got the Berserker state back on. I guess it's been over a minute. Okay, anyway. We're still gonna kill him though. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry, Grosh, but you must die. I just have to showcase this. Okay. Stop him. Stop him. Buy yourself some time. Okay. Come on, kill him. Kill him, Frost Giant. I believe in you. One more auto attack. There you go. So yeah, look at that tick damage. Look at that tick damage. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty decent. So yeah. Even if he dies, he's still gonna help you out by quite a bit with that AoE slow and damage over time zone. At least I hope so. So yeah, that's pretty much how Grosh is. Fear is my fuel, I am war. Yeah, he has some really badass quotes. Indeed. Hey, what I missed? Well, we just showcased Grosh, so yeah, that's what you missed. Grosh just killed everyone on his own. Yeah, I mean that's the idea. One-man army. He's meant to kill everyone. Well, besides like super high tier enemies. And now let's build this to Merglin. You know what? Just since she is the last hero remaining, I think we're gonna do a full level. And what better level to do it on than the original world? Why not? Let me just consider my tower options for a minute, because I want to change them up a little bit for this level. Okay, and let's get the Ignis Altar, just because it is fitting. Alright, let's play through this level and showcase her off a little bit. Yeah. Skip your stupid dialogue. Come on. Damn, I ran out of juice. Rip. Oh well. Okay. Let me just get some base defense up in here.
The night is dark.
The night is dank. Alright. So, Merglin. Now, the biggest thing that you're gonna notice is her damage. Her damage is higher, and you may think that this is busted, but she deals true damage now instead of physical damage. The only reason why I made it like this is because I wanted to make her the best dragon in terms of like one single target damage. So yeah, she has really pretty high damage with her basic attack. Her Ring of Fire thing. Now, it does have longer cooldown, but the tick damage is a little bit bigger. I mean higher. So it should be a little bit stronger than before. I also made the pools have a better tick damage that she leaves after her basic attacks. Which, you know, can be pretty good. It can be good for additional damage. Her insta-kill, it's pretty much the same, I just nerfed the cooldown. So instead of 50 seconds, it has a 60 seconds cooldown. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the 60 seconds number. I don't know why, I just really feel like it. I just really feel like using that number for some reason. Another thing that you may have noticed is her magma blood. It is dropping very fast. It's literally pouring out of her. But there's a trade-off. The damage is minimal. Like, minimal in terms of, like, let's say it deals between 1 to 3 true damage per droplet. Which is very minimal. I mean, let's take a look. Let's see, against this guy. Oh, never mind, she used her Ring of Fire thing. Okay. That's kind of hard to do though. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to notice, but it does a pretty good amount of damage. Okay. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, the damage buff. I can't forget about that. Let me just gather up some defense because... no, not this tower. I want to build this. Okay, so... Her ability with which she boosts towers, it has a little bit better range, and the damage bonus is increased from 20% to 25%. So I guess Ignis Altar is not the best tower to showcase it on because of the numbers, but I guess we'll try it out with the Shadow Archers, which I'm gonna showcase in a minute. Let me just clear up these alchemists. So yeah, let's compare. Let's compare the damage. So from 25 to 37 all the way up to 31 to 46. Which is, you know, pretty good. It's pretty decent damage. Now for her ultimate. Her ultimate is still an AoE insta-kill, but the cooldown is ridiculously long. Ridiculously long. We're talking 220 seconds cooldown. So, good luck getting this ability back on the next wave. You really gotta be careful when you use it, because if you use it, you're not gonna have it for like at least a wave or two. So yeah, it's a get out of jail free card, but you can only use it once every couple waves. And that's the idea behind her ultimate. I also buffed the damage that it deals to bosses by a lot, which you're gonna see later on once the boss decides to appear. Now, I'm gonna try to probably speedrun through the waves. I'm just gonna non-stop spam W just to see what happens. Man, those apples are juicy. Okay, there we go. Wave 5. Let's see, what do we got up in here? What do I want to build, actually? I haven't played this level in a while. I guess we can build Inferno Mage. Okay, well, while this level is going on, let's just see what we have in the chat. Dragons should be the most changed, yeah. They should be, indeed. Because, you know, they're dragons. They need a lot of rework, indeed. I'll agree with you. Wally 2026. 220 seconds, I mean. That's 3 minutes and 40 seconds, yep. It is very long. And I guess we can showcase it here because we have prehistoric dwarves coming up, and honestly, I don't want to deal with them. I just want them gone. I don't want them here. Okay, let's see if we can get the reinforcements back before he can reach the plant. Come on, reinforcements. Ah, come on. Okay, group them up. Nah, he already went out. Rip. And you know what? I guess we can still use it anyway, just for the lols. Okay, let's group them up. Group up. Up. Never mind. Merglin already insta-killed them. XD. Okay. Well, I guess that happened. Now, let's see. I guess just for the sake of showcasing how long the cooldown really is, let's just use it here. There we go. As you can see, still an AoE insta-kill. It shoots out the same amount of meteors, so that's not any different. But the cooldown, look at that. Look at how slowly it's going down. It's gonna take quite some time to get back, to say the least, in order for it to recharge. Okay, what do I want to build here is the question.
If you play with fire, you're gonna get crusty, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. What do I want to build here? I guess we can go for another set of Dank Knights. Okay, let's insta-kill this guy. I think we should have the insta-kill back. Or maybe not. Come on, Merglin. Insta-kill this dude. Get him out of here. There it is. It took a little bit longer, but she did it. Okay, I guess we can get this. Through fire, one of the best abilities for this tower. I really love the Ignisalter though. It's a very good tower. What do you guys think about the Ignisalter? Do you think it's a good tower? Do you think it's very strong, underpowered, or busted? What are your thoughts on it? Also, finally, we were able to get the ability back. It took quite a while, but hey, we got it. We got it, so we can insta-kill a horde of enemies again, if need be. Okay, if I remember anything about this level, we're gonna need a little bit more AoE damage, so I'm gonna go for another Ignisalter. Let's start a fire! I love the voice actor for this tower, I don't know why, just hilarious to me. Let's start a fire! Bruh. Okay. Come on, give me money, kill these guys. Look at that damage. Oh yeah, he got nuked. Alright. So far so good. Moving on. Let's see. Ignis after filling up. Speaking on Merglin Barrage. Oh yeah. The voice lines are goofy, lol. Yeah, they are pretty goofy. But that's why I kinda like them. They're also kinda fitting for the tower. I don't know why. I just find them to be fitting. Okay, come on, drop this guy, drop him. Drop him. I want to insta-kill. Please. Come on, come on, come on, drop, drop. Jesus, these guys are not dropping. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Primal dwarf, prehistoric dwarfs are no more. Okay, seriously? Okay, you know what? Screw you. Bruh! I think he lived with... Wait, did he live with 1 health? No, he didn't, okay. For a moment I thought he got out with 1 health. That would have been hilarious if he actually did. He would also be cursed, the 1 health enemy. Speaking of cursed, these guys are not moving anywhere. They're just gonna melt. Merglin and Ignisalter. Pretty fitting combo, right? A magma dragon with a literal volcano. And it's also funny because one of her quotes is Krakatoa, which is a volcano IRL, which is, you know, cool. Okay, Merglin, you gotta kill this guy. We also need to level up the Dark Knights because they need the insta kill. Otherwise, you know, the Geomancers are just gonna stay here forever. Okay, stall them out a little bit. Space them, I guess. Space them out. Oh no, more flying enemies. God damn it. We don't have the best aerial defense. Okay, can these guys die anytime soon? Okay, they're dying. Good. Yes, good. Please, keep on dying. Because I have to move Merglin. Okay, you know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna nuke him. I kinda need to, because flying enemies, you know. Alright. How are the Velociraptors looking? We're fine. Maybe I need to level up these Dark Knights though. Okay, that was weird. He killed the Dark Knight, but he didn't spawn an egg. I guess he died at the same time he killed the Dark Knight. That was weird. Anyway, more reinforcements. Okay, we should be good. Keyword should. Hello. Hello there, welcome to the stream. A lot of changes, you'll have to make a change big log, man. Yeah, there's gonna be a big log full of information for this mod. Ignisalter filling up, okay. Well, my time to go. This was fun, bye. Alright then, see you later, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have fun. Okay, how much... Bruh. Rexy Syndrome. I have 1,000 gold and I haven't spent it. Bruh. This is a certified hood bruh moment. Okay, let's just fully upgrade the Dark Knight's insta kill, because why not? Okay, prehistoric dwarfs. Screw you guys. Ah, they're not close enough. Or are they? Okay, we killed all 3 of them. Nice. And now we insta kill you. Hopefully. Come on. Merglin, do you have your insta kill? Please, tell me you have your insta kill. Come on, baby. Give me that insta kill. Okay, I wasn't looking, I was looking at the tower. I think she used it. But I could be wrong. Well, anyway. Let's see. I guess Armor of Thorns. A little bit of extra reflect damage. These guys have no armor, right? Yeah, they don't. But they do have a pretty high amount of damage. 120 to 150. Nearly the same as the Frost Giant, if not the same exactly. I think the numbers are a little bit different though. Okay, let's just nuke. There we go. Nice big chunk of damage. Okay, and here... I'm not feeling anything. I don't really feel like Ignisalter here. Let's just go for Orc Shaman. Some extra stalling power. Okay. Come on, guys. Insta kill. Insta kill. Insta kill. Come on, you can do it. Well, I guess there's no need. They're already dead. Still, it would have been nice if they were able to insta kill. I guess we can move the Magma Elemental. Or, sorry, Burning Elemental. Because this guy doesn't have nearly the same stats as the Magma Elemental from the original Kingdom Rush. I can actually make his stats the same as the Magma Elemental is in Kingdom Rush on Veteran if I want to, but I don't know if that's gonna be a good idea. Okay, come on, melt them. Melt them, please. Come on. I invested so much money into this insta-kill, why is it not appearing? There you go. We got one insta-kill. But we also need to keep Merglin over there, because flying enemies are a problem. Okay, come on. Okay, can these Dark Knights reach? Oh yes, they can. Okay. So we can hold these guys off for a short eternity, basically. Because Dark Knight's OP with high armor. Okay, insta-kill. Why not? No, 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 no. I didn't really see how many Primal Dwarves there were, but I would just hope that it was worth it. Because again, this ability has insanely long cooldown. Okay, let's level you up. Because why not? Alright, wave 13 out of 15. We're almost there. Almost there to the end. Need more physical damage for boss. My guy, the boss is not gonna make it anywhere near close to the exit. I'm already telling you. So don't worry about that.
One with the store.
One with the store. Okay. I guess we can go for Shadow Archer at the most. Maybe. I don't know. I need to see what's coming up on the next wave. I think the second to last wave was nothing but flying enemies. I could be wrong on that though. We'll see. Okay, everybody is dying, which is good. I guess we can get Infernal Portal in case things get a little spicy. Oh yeah, flying enemies and 9 Velociraptors. Okay. Oh, Merglin is getting bombarded with potions. Jeez, okay. Merglin, retreat, heal up. Oh yeah, that 1 second regen definitely makes a difference. Look at how much faster she can regen now. Alright, move her back. Back into action. Speaking of moving back, oh yeah. Insta-kill. Insta-kill, go Bert! Let's get this as well. Okay, come on. Can we make it through? Can we make it? Ooh, I don't really like how this point is looking. Let's see what we can do. Okay, they keep on getting teleported. No, 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 no. Come on, don't make me use it. Ah, you know what? For the sake of keeping the ability for the boss fight, I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna leak some lives, but it is what it is. I've already beaten this level on impossible mode, no lives lost, so I don't really feel like repeating that again. Plus, the strategy was a little wacky. Dark Knights are not the best option on this level. Even though the insta-kill is nice, it's not consistent enough. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, we're not gonna insta-kill this guy. RIP. Oh well. Let's see, let's get a Shadow Archer with a mark. And I guess for the memes, we could go for the... hey yo! How did that Velociraptor went through? Okay, I guess we need to level up these Dark Knights. Sorry, I'm just not paying a lot of attention. I've been streaming for a while, so my focus is starting to fall off a bit. Okay. Bruh. Okay, they literally didn't block the Velociraptor. What was that? Excuse me, sir? You are not... You were supposed to be blocked. Why did you just run by the Flareons? Oh, I'm not gonna question it. Let's just get the Crow for the memes. And another Shadow Archer. Our tower was changed. Yes, they are changed, but I don't have the file for the modded towers. They are changed, but I'm not gonna showcase them today. I want the mod to be completed, and then you're gonna see the towers. But let's just say there's a lot more variety between the towers. They're not like one and the same like they are right now. So yeah, I think you're gonna like the towers when we officially release the mod. Okay, let's see. Can we get a lucky insta-kill? I feel lazy. I don't want to move Merglin. Come on, lucky insta-kill. There it is. All right, here comes the boss. Let's see how fast he's gonna die. Break. Okay, there we go. Okay. 3, 2, and... Come on. There it is. Bruh. Look at how much health this guy lost. He lost nearly all of his HP. What the hell? What the hell was that? Bruh. Yeah, if you couldn't notice, I made Merglin's meteors do about 1200 true damage per meteor. Now, you may, before anyone says this is busted as shit, the bosses are gonna be way tankier. way tankier, so... Yeah, I don't know, that was just... I have no words, that was very satisfying. He lost like 80% of his health. And that's why Great T is the cousin that we never talk about in the Rexy family, because he just sucks. Anyway, with that out of the way, I'm pretty sure that's all the heroes in the game so far, yeah. Unless Ironhide decides to add another hero to this game, which, I mean, there is one spot left, so maybe they are in the future, who knows. If they do, I'm probably gonna mod him as well. I just have to figure out how his abilities work and stuff. So yeah guys, well, with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for today's live stream. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the stream, it means a lot to me. And I will see you next time. Until it comes, that was King Rexy, over and out. Have a good day or night, enjoy yourselves, and peace out.